frog. It's the frog for me. It's the words you can say, things you can't change, no matter how much you care. It's too long to get, and you gotta let it go. You're just a part of the river flows to the fathers and sons. You're just a part of the below river flows between fathers and sons. Oh yeah, I forgot to sorry. Us, Charlie. Sorry, I've been listening to music. I actually planned on doing a live chat on my other YouTube channel, but then I remembered nobody knows my other YouTube channel. So I cut that one off and started this one. Yay, Hick Billy. And it's going to hear, you know what? I can test out my new toys. But if there's anybody out there that is interested in possibly joining in for a bit, got to do that whole copy paste thing. I copied it. All right. Paste. There it is. There's a link to the chat in the chat. But then I'm going to go test out my new toys. Made a drink, got a cigarette, pause my music, which kind of upsets me. I ain't heard my CDs in a long time. Shit. And don't mind my fat, crippled, hunchback ass. I want to make sure it'll be covered. Box. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, good old Hick, man. Look at my fat ass. I can't even stand. And this, I would say it's not all gut. Which it's not. It's just the fact I can't stand up straight. They fucked me up after my fourth surgery. Man. It's getting old shit sucks, man. And losing your hair where you want it and gaining hair where you don't want it. Losing your fucking teeth and your dentist won't even talk to you. That's one of my biggest issues I've had. You know, I shit you not. Went to my dentist, they do my blood pressure. My blood pressure was 120 over 81. He refused to see me. Every time I went, I have high blood pressure. I took medication. He knew that. Nope. 120 over 81. Fucker refused to see me. Went through that shit for I couldn't tell you how many different appointments. Every time. Then they refused to see me. Until I went to the doctor and the doctor approved them to see me. Well, after that, a year ago, I had a heart attack. Okay, had a heart attack. Hadn't been to the. Oh, man. Well, I had a tooth snap off. And I hope I'm seeing comments in the right spot. Because I'm not opening all the fucking different windows I used to before. I'm not doing it. But I had a tooth snap off while eating a steak and cheese sub. Right. And it kind of scared me at first. And I think I've said this before, but it just, man. So, yeah, Dennis. And in fact, I've been put on different insurance since I got my disability and all that. I can't even go to my pain management. That's one of the reasons I'm hunched over and as big as I am, is because I can't get the injections I normally get every 6 months. Yeah, I haven't had them in over a year. But enough about me. I want to bitch about some of the dumb shit other people around me are putting me in the middle of. And now I'm the drunken redneck asshole, right? But they keep calling me and wanting me to fix things, wanting me to inform them of things. You know what? People want to know why I drink. Number one, hold on. Are these my bottoms or top? These are my bottoms. Give me a minute. Okay. So I might have a little bit of a list. Yeah. I talk better. I promise, I swear. Sometimes it just takes a drink or two. So, what had happened was Miss Queen Kong Bundy passed. I felt bad. Everybody knew it was going to happen. Except her. I mean, hell, she thought she was going to live forever. And she, to be perfectly honest, shit. At the time, I thought she was going to live forever. She, hospitals fuck. Okay. Oh, shit, this is the one that hurts. She, okay, they're fine for in public or pictures, but man, my dentist would fucking do his fucking job. Ugh. Oh, man, it's just been fucking ridiculous. So, where was I? I got fucked up teeth. And Queen Kong Bundy died. So, all the way down till today. Dealing with her family won't bad enough. I got a fucking redneck family that moved in next door that is driving me fucking crazy. And I can't do shit. Well, I can do shit about it, but they might know I said something. And when one of the arguments is they're test shooting their guns in the side yard, and piling up trash and moving in extra family, and man, I understand where people get the whole redneck, man, redneck as hell. Didn't even care. Met the fucker. He bragged about it. Yeah, it's illegal and blah blah blah. I was out there shooting it off, and yeah, your neighbor came out and asked me about it. Well, no shit. My neighbor has two kids. Why the fuck are you shooting off a gun in the middle of an apartment complex? Look, I'm drunk in white trash. Anybody and everybody that knows me knows I'm drunk in white trash. But, and I have things around the house. I don't go out and just go bang, boom. Well, what of God? Especially when he admitted, I'm not allowed to have it because blah, blah, blah. And I'm sorry. I mean, the sad part is I knew a lot of these kind of people when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And then I grew up. My issue now is this dude is about my age, ain't grown up. They live in a one bedroom, same size apartment I've got. Not only is it the mother, the father, now the 3 month old pregnant daughter, her man, and four fucking dogs in a one bedroom apartment. What in the look? I'm drunk in my trash, but shit. Give me a fuck. No. I almost laughed because I'm not sure what they're doing. This ain't a house. This is an apartment complex. They didn't stacked up pallets and started taking them apart. For what? I don't know. But they had a dog I was kind of curious about because I've seen it and heard the rest of them. They got a husky, big old, beautiful husky. Don't make a noise, sweet as hell. The newcomers, the daughter of the family, she came over. Yeah, I'm making it long. Long story short, I walked out, said hi. She came over with the dog, walked in my kitchen, 3 months pregnant, and left barefoot tracks. So technically, I had a woman barefoot and pregnant in my kitchen. I had nothing to do with it. And trust me, after meeting the family and hearing them, I used to know some people that would get along great with them to be my wife's family, but uh, man, it's fucking ridiculous. But that's neither here nor there. That's just bullshit life experience of the day. What's really getting fun and interesting in my life, and it's not getting fun, it's just getting interesting. And well, what the fuck's gonna happen next? Part of my life. So, Queen Kong Bundy died a month ago. Her family's gotten in touch with me, wanting me to take care of their bill, get into her accounts and take care of her bills and this and that. And well, okay. I try to be nice. Well, her bank account was fucking frozen. They still don't even know why or how it was frozen. Now, I've heard different explanations from different people, but number one, fraudulent account activity. Okay, I get that. I've been handling this woman's bank account for 5.5 years. She would buy stuff from here, buy stuff from there, buy stuff just all over the fucking place. It wasn't fraudulent activity. Was somebody reported it? But nobody else could report it except her. Coincidentally, her family calls me with handwritten paper of how much she had in her savings account, how much she had in her checking, gave me that, and asked me to log into her accounts and pay her bills, like I've been doing for the past 5.5 years. So I'm kind of guessing the whole fraudulent wire account got locked and shit like that. Kind of gonna guess her family got into it too much. It's their fucking account. In fact, I moved the fuck out 4 months ago. They still won't even, I mean, admit. I don't, I just, one of the things I hate about people is why they, no, I didn't do that, but nobody did that. Bullshit. February 24th. Me and Montina had talked. I told her I was leaving by the end of the month. I would make sure all of her bills were paid. All of her bills were paid. Her mother came over with the same dude that fucked up Montina's bathroom. And I keep trying to, well, everybody's updated. Yep. Motherfucker didn't even insulate the exterior wall. Put sharp fucking metal edges up all over the corners of the bathroom. For a woman who had problems with falling, if she fell anywhere in that bathroom, if she could ever walk again, would have fucked herself up and died. before now. Luckily, she couldn't walk anymore. And now this family's so fucking stupid. And I mean that in the most respectful way of calling somebody complete fucking idiots. So, think about this. Queen Kong Bundy, I left end of February. Not only do they keep calling me back, well, Montina, Queen Kong Bundy, called me back because she couldn't log into one of her accounts because I've been paying the bills and taking care of everything for 5.5 years. But the last like 6 months or so that I was there, oh yeah, she wanted access codes and this because apparently her niece had taught her how to use her cell phone and access her stuff on her own, which Montina ended up overdrawing her account because I paid all the bills and this and that. But Montina logged into her account. She saw money there and said, I'm ordering pizza and having it delivered. And had pizza delivered to herself. The only problem with that was I paid some of the bills that hadn't come out yet. So she ordered pizza and then her other bills came out and overdrew her account. And she got pissed at me. You fucking did it. And I even made a comment to her. I'm like, that's one of the reasons you're not allowed to have access to your damn accounts because you don't know how to take care of them. That's why you had 12 fucking credit cards. That's why you're into debt consolidation. That this woman had so many fucking credit cards. Her mortgage at the time, her mortgage was just over 500 a month. Think about that. 500 a month for your mortgage. Her credit card payments were over that. It was 560 something. Because she had so many fucking credit cards. And she started explaining to me when I first started, she's like, well, what you do, you got to pay this and pay this and pay this and pay this. Once you pay that and it goes through, then you can pay these bills and these bills and these. What? That's how people live. Oh, I got this payment, this payment. Man, no, this is what's getting me. Montina died 17th of last month. Since then, hell, I've talked to her sister once a day for the past 3 days because of what's been going on with their house. They're trying to talk to me about oh, was it probate? Because apparently Montina had a will. It's just been getting more and more ridiculous. And there's a guy squatting in the house. That's even more funny. Oh my God. I wish I had somebody to talk to about this because I feel like an ass talking to myself, but well, technically I don't because that's pretty much what I do. I ain't got anybody else to talk to. And that's why I do this shit. But yeah, she had a will, had split up. The woman who was listed as executor of the estate didn't want the job, so she turned it over to her sister. Valentina's sister didn't want anything to do with it, but she got stuck with it. You know, she asked for it. And apparently, I think, well, I know what she was thinking. If I'm listed executor of the estate, I can decide what happens with everything. No, that's not how it works. I think she's starting to figure that out. But when I knew, and she's been saying the whole damn time, well, me and Mama, we've got everything. We didn't have any of this before any of this, and it ain't gonna hurt our feelings if we don't have anything after any of this. So I can have this on record. I already know what Miss Queen Kong Bundy, Montina Miller, I already know what her family is pretty much, well, I can't say her family. Well, it is a family, but Montina had a house that's worth over $200,000 with other property and possessions within. She only owed $50,000. All of that property was supposed to be split up between me, the executor of the estate, the mother, and another sister who has previously passed away. Me and Montina went to her wake, I guess you would call it, but it was a buffet at an airport. Yeah, family had class. But with her being executive of the estate, I'm still not sure exactly what happens with the property. Fine, it's worth over $2,000. She only owed 50,000. So, are they? Can the executive of the estate just bow out, pay off what was owed, and nobody gets nothing? Or once they go to probate court, will that court assess the value of everything and property and this and that and then divide it up? No, no. Not sure how that shit works. I've never dealt with it. I mean, hell, I was in my family. Well, my grandmother had a house. I was the first one to ever buy and own a house. I grew up in fucking trailers and motel rooms, occasionally a car. I bought a house and gave it away. Shit. No, but I'm serious. If anybody knows how this shit works, especially probate court, come on now. I could use a little fucking information, especially since when the will was written, actually, technically, when the will was written, I was there. For part of it. I think her sister was dead at the time. So how could she have listed her sister as a beneficiary? Which don't care. It don't bother me either which way. One of the things I am curious about, number one, if a beneficiary dies before the will is rewritten, does the inheritance split three ways? If it was written for four people, one of them dies. Does it split three ways? Or does that other quarter go to her husband and family? Which I think it should. And at the same time, should the one person that wants to throw everything away and make sure nobody gets anything out of it be allowed to be the executor of the estate when in the will she wasn't listed as the executor of the estate. Her family's been doing everything to try to change everything in the will. And it wasn't her family, it was her friends too, because her friends didn't want anything to do with it. The person she signed executor of the state was her best friend. And apparently her best friend wasn't her best friend because her best friend didn't want jack shit to do with anything of it. And that's what that kind of hurts my feelings. I mean, I hated the woman. She knew I hated her. We always told each other how much we hated each other. And I talked shit about her family and her friends, and she told me that they were the greatest thing ever. Okay, they're the greatest thing ever. You wrote your will. Your best friend Sharon didn't want shit to deal with or tolerate or do anything with. So she turned it over to your sister. You know that one that bitched and complained? The one you said you did not want controlling anything. Yep, she turned it over to her. It's fucking ridiculous. Everything Montina wanted is getting blocked. And it's her own damn fault because she trusted family. Yeah. Everybody always says, always got to stick with family. Bullshit. Blood is thicker than water. Yep, you're right. Especially the stains on the clothes and carpets and floor. Blood has nothing to do with how people treat people, what they do. And it was bad enough. I don't even want to say it hurts my feelings. Queen Kong Bundy was a bitch. She knew she was a bitch. I told her she was a bitch. Everybody knew she was a bitch. And I said she got it honest because so was her family. Now her family. Oh, I almost got into a fight with a sister. Well, I actually have gotten into a fight with a sister when she decided to come in and start remodeling and painting and taking out pictures and taking down family pictures and shit like that. She decided to come in and start doing all that. This is while Montina was still alive. And I'm like, no. And she's like, I can do whatever I want. I said, no, you can't because I actually live here. You don't. her family have this, I don't want to even say it's a bad thing. They have this familiar love, unless it's a family member. Well, hell, I think I know that kind of family. Hell, my wife is involved in one. It's where family loves each other at certain points, but at others, no. It's, they talk trash about them, talk down about them. Man, I had I got into an argument. Well, almost got into an argument because I made a mistake. I got to piss, but this is great. While I'm pissing, I'm gonna replay my CD. Play while I piss. I'll sing the middle, roll them up the bowl, and the guitar band. I like the old song, I like the new, I like the glad song, I like the blue. Well, you play them and the love north and the fiddle and the guitar band. Standing on the side of the road, singing up the store, you ain't seen the leaves in the day. Boy, kicking and a feeling and a carrying on. We're gonna put you on the stroll. First thing you know, you be tapping your feet. You're an elevator goes and go. Wanna make you shine. It's for sale. You might gonna have a real good time. Depending on the guitar band. And the Santa Fox singing in the store. Ain't seen the things to the day before. Looking at the pin and the carry on. We're gonna put you on the show. In the middle our spending on the having your shot. Yeah. Pizza. You pizza. We're doing guitar. Guitar, man. So, I'm not sure. Apparently, I've been alive, well, live for a long time. Not one comment. I'm starting to think. Private chat. Starting to think this isn't attached to my YouTube. It might be. I mean, granted, it is Sunday. I know it's Sunday because I had to charge my back today. But I know that a few other people were alive. But since nobody wants to fucking jump in and hang out or talk or question about anything I've had to say, let's see. I've already heard. I know I got a prescription. Uh, stupid question, but well, actually, oh shit, it's fucking 1:15 in the morning. That's probably a stupid question. Well, no, because Eastern time, it's who knows? Actually, I keep forgetting it's Sunday. Most people work the next day. You know, I'm at the point I don't give a shit. I was hoping to have other people's commentary or something, but my question is this: you live with a person, I mean, literally 5.5 years. This same person not only harassed you, fucked up your first marriage because she kept showing up and popping up in the middle of it. Your next best relationship that you were actually engaged to a woman, she kept showing up, literally broke into your house, and you, woman has you charged, literally says, oh, you broke into my house, stole my cell phone while I wasn't home, sends the cops to my house. It just amazes me. What makes it even worse is the fact the bitch is dead. I ain't got to deal with her life. Oh, mate. Oh, oh. I made the comment to her sister how she was a liar and a thief. And this bitch who did nothing except complain, bitch, say her sister was a thief, did nothing but do and take from everybody. Her sister sat there and said, and then when I told her, I'm like, yeah, your sister was stealing from people that she had living with her. She didn't do that. Yeah. I found the shit under the fucking sofa that she had hidden. She had stolen chainsaws and power tools and all kinds of shit. And she even admitted doing it. This is how fucked up her family is. And my sister was a lot of things. She wasn't a thief and she wasn't a liar. Number one, there was a ton of shit in that house that they knew that she had stolen from other people. Number two, they knew that bitch lied through her teeth to everybody. And half the time, they were in on it. I mean, her own sister contradicted us when I was like, hey, well, yeah, she stole from the people that stayed with her before. She never stole anything from anybody. I'm like, well, what about the guys that came over there to take care of the yard and everything? They didn't finish, so she took their power tools and their trash cans and locked them up in their garage or in her garage and kept them. See, well, they deserve that. No, that's stealing. When you take somebody else's property and don't give it back, that's called stealing. That's how life works. Valentina's family, man, they've got this whole different view on life and how it works. That's why Montina was so fucked up. Bitch would lie. She'd get pissed off at me. I mean, I didn't tell her sister, but it's like, yeah, every time they would call, I'm not here. I'm asleep. I, that would be lying. Asking how much money. I tell them I don't have any money. If they ask you, which they never ask me, so a lot of the times they would come in, she would tell her something. They didn't ask me because they hated my guts. All of a sudden, they love me to death and they want me to help take care of and do things for them. Which I don't mind doing because I'm a dumbass. It's the whole reason I got into this fucking situation. Montina was a lying, thieving, trifling bitch. I've known it. Her family got. That's the one thing her sister has against me because I called her a bitch. She called me an asshole. Okay, yep. She was a bitch. She was an asshole. She was a thief. She was a fucking liar. I said it, and we dealt with it 5.5 fucking years. While I wiped her ass, I took care of her house, I took care of her animals, and her sister, you shouldn't talk to her like that. What? Call her a bitch, a liar, a thief? What is it I shouldn't have called her? She agreed with it every time. And you're mad at me because I said it? It's fucking ridiculous. If I was such a fucking dick, and I was such a fucking asshole, and I was all of this for the past 5.5 goddamn years while I've been dealing with my own fucking shit. Yeah, it's funny. I got the same amount as you. You know the difference between me and her sister? Her sister is now not only she was bitching because she was listed as one of the executors of the estate. Not the exec power of attorney. She was listed as power of attorney. She didn't want nothing to deal with any of that. Her and Montina's friend were listed both as power of attorney. Her friend, Montina's friend, was listed as executor of the estate because Montina had more faith in old friends and family. Her old friend that she listed executor of the estate didn't want the job, and she's handed over to her sister. Yeah, that same sister that didn't even want to try to log in and take care of her bank accounts. She brought the shit over to me. Think about that. The guy that they've hated didn't want around. I moved out. They cut the fucking water and heat off on me during a blizzard. They bring over a laptop and all the passwords and everything that I wrote down to get into her accounts for me to take care of her bills and everything. And then she tried to become executor of the estate, which I guess we'll figure out what happens because apparently they have probate court tomorrow. Because, yes, they called and asked for my address, name, everything. Am I invited to probate court? No. Have they said anything about me going? No. That's why I've actually asked people, how does fucking probate court work? I don't fucking know. Because I'm desperately hoping that courts take over monetary value of property, because I know exactly if Montina's sister or mother or her family have control, which they are trying to or have done, I think, they are just going to give it away. Which, to be perfectly honest, I don't care. I really don't. They don't care. I don't care. I left. I moved. I told them possibly the only thing I might want was a fucking rollator. Same thing I'm sitting in right now, but that one was bigger and taller, which pisses me off because I was told the one I had was the biggest and tallest rollator. Lying motherfuckers. She's got one sitting right there by the fucking front door, still has a tag on it. Brand new, never used, because that bitch ain't been out of the bed in 3 years. I couldn't even tell you. I fucking dealt with her. Picked her up and down out of bed and wiped her out. I couldn't even tell you how many years. I've been here since 2020, so 6 years I was there, but 5.5. She was gone for a couple of those. The entire time she was gone, I was still taking care of her house and her cats and her dog and her bills and doing everything. Uh, Frustrated as shit. Love to have somebody jump in. Shit. I don't give a shit who you are. Anybody got an opinion? Tell me. I'm a fucking drunk. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go make a drink. Link is in the chat. Well, consider this like a mental health kind of thing. Well, there ain't much mental health for me. But I think I'm gonna go make a drink. I'm gonna sit here and contemplate. I am drunken white trash. I've accepted that. Her family was condescending. Just, trash. Thought they were better than everybody else. Thought they could do whatever, whenever, and however, and figured out it took Montina dying before they realized, what, we can't do that? Hell, I've even tried to help them. Like, look, they're in there, they're taking stuff, they're leaving with stuff. Well, no, what we're gonna do is, well, what you do is what you do. What makes it even worse is her sister really didn't give a fuck. Your sister's dead. This guy is squatting, moving people into her house. I even told the cat that I said cats were whatever. This cat came to the house, ran away with a plastic bag over its head, running away from the house. Sister didn't care. They act like they care. That is one of I've learned, number one, no, twice now, there are two families that I do not trust. One, I'm married into. The other one stalked and harassed me for over fucking hell, I'm 46. Over 20 years. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not the greatest guy in the fucking world. God damn. When they know when the family knows the deceased was living in her mother's basement for the longest time. I'm pretty sure they never brought up all the fucking porn VHSs long next to Frank. This woman was one of the most trifling people you'd ever meet. But at the same time, if you listen to her, she seemed like she knew what she was talking about. Everybody knew. Everybody. She's got these friends and these friends and these friends. Problem with this friend and this friend and that friend, they weren't there. Maybe for about 5-10 minutes. Montina was one of the most trifling women you'd ever meet. She fucked up my first marriage, fucked up my second marriage, fucked up what was supposed to be my second marriage. Hell, I left state and she fucking stalked me there and fucked that up just because she would call. Oh, well, here's what happened. What had happened was boo hoo on me. And what makes it worse is her family. Well, yeah, you did this wrong to her. You did that wrong to her. Everybody did. Well, from what she told everybody else, her whole family did everything wrong to her. And now the bitch is dead. And one of the things I'm still waiting on. I've been rambling. Now, I do believe that spirit and energy live on because I've seen it, I've experienced it, dealt with it. And I'll say this much. I've invited Montina because she always said if she died, she was going to haunt my ass. I got the hiccups. You know, the one thing, pretty much usual, ain't happened. Bitch ain't shown up, ain't moved a single. Well, there's one thing that moved I ain't figured out, but won't no rattle clank. Could have been gravity. I got a couple of lanterns set up, partially as decoration, but partially if the lights go out. One of them moved a little bit, but at the same time, it's near the head of my bed, but I don't move that much. So, I don't know. Other than that, she promised to haunt me. Been waiting. I even went to her house, took a picture of me and her together, got it hanging behind the wall. She used to have hanging in her house. Brought it here, hung it up. Still ain't haunted me yet. Been doing nothing but cussing and bitching because her family keeps calling and bitching and cussing at me. Well, not they're not cussing at me, asking me for shit. I've been asking them for shit. They brought me a computer and paperwork and all this so I could take care of her financial stuff. Told them I couldn't do it. Been asking them to come get the shit. Big shocker. It's still sitting here. They haven't tried, I don't know. Fucking, part of me wants to go because I'm pretty sure none of them know what the fuck they're doing. Because if they did, that motherfucker wouldn't still be at Montina's house. They wouldn't be calling me asking if I had a key and saying, I'm going to go swear out a warrant. You don't need a warrant. Everybody's known you don't need a warrant. There's no, it's the fucker squatting. Not only has he been squatting in your daughter's house, he's moved in his girlfriend. Not, and even before that, when your daughter was still alive and there, this son of a bitch stole her medication, OD'd in the house, had the ambulance drive him away. She ended up back in the fucking hospital. And y'all still let him stay there. She's still, why she let him stay there? I don't. Dude stole her medication, OD. Y'all know he has no legal right to be there. And y'all are still letting him stay. I mean, it makes it worse. What's he? He's not paying the bills. He is just been squatting there for months upon months. Montina was paying the bills from the hospital. Why the fuck? See, that's what I need. I need help here. Am I the dumbass? I already, you know what? I don't need the help. I already know who the dumbasses are. Me, I'm a dumbass for being on here. I just wanted somebody to talk to, mainly just because I wanted somebody to go, yep, they are fucking retarded. Or just to tell me, Hick, you're drunk. Shut up. I would have been happy either which way. But I just don't understand why. Their family have been told, well, you want them out. Now, one of my biggest questions, which actually kind of doesn't surprise me, but at the same time, how these people supposedly leaving, making all these trips with boxes full of stuff, but the family walked in and everything is still there. It's kind of a questioning the viality, the validity of their account. Yeah, I might have to have this same little fucking chat on another platform. So, Facebook, I mean, fuck Buck, you others later. Thanks for not showing up. Don't blame you. I don't want to be here either. So, later.